I'm going to tape all these together to make sure that they are staying in place and that I get a good pattern. This pattern has to be translated 4 times. When I was a kid, I was always kind of the dorky kid, and I loved making movies, I loved playing games, I loved watching movies as well, loved watching TV, and a lot of the characters that I saw, I related to, and I was like, wow, they're so cool, I want to be like them. Well, now with cosplay, I can be like them. But as I was growing up, also Halloween was my favorite holiday, so I loved dressing up in costumes. And I was also a dancer for about 13 years of my life, so a really long time. And the costumes that I got to dress up in were just beautiful and ornate, and it was probably my favorite part about being a dancer was getting to wear those just beautiful costumes. So I think multiple elements in my life had led me to become a cosplayer and to, you know, be this artistic little one who sits in the garage and just crafts until God knows when. So I am attending Sakura Sunday. I've actually never been to it, but it is a wonderful Japanese festival that is in Philadelphia. And Sakura Sunday is the day where they do all like the anime and wonderful stuff that also has to do with Japanese culture. I'm really excited to go. I've never been before, but a lot of my friends have gone and just said it's a fun experience. Plus you get to be around all the beautiful like cherry blossom trees and take some beautiful photos. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Despite your limited exposure to her, are you excited to meet Amanda on Sunday?
I am excited to meet Amanda. I haven't heard a ton about her, but I'm always open to meet new people, and I love people that cosplay because we automatically have that bond. Like I could probably talk to her like for a couple hours just about costumes and creation and what she's made and what I've made. That's probably the best part about being a cosplayer. You automatically have something to talk about.
And seeing the end product, it's always pretty nice. You get proud of the work that you do, you know? It's like one of those things where if you garden your own like vegetables and stuff, it's more satisfying to eat them, right? My family thinks I'm ridiculous. My mom makes fun of me when I show her the pictures, especially if I have a picture that I have to like change the color of my eyebrows with, and then I have a wig on. She goes, "That's not you." I'm like, yeah, that's me, Mom. But they've always been very supportive, you know, as much as they make fun of me for dressing up, it's in good humor. It's not to be offensive. It's to be funny or to be, you know, just poke little jabs at me. It doesn't bother me because I know they don't mean it in an offensive way. But you know, they do think it's a little funny, but they've always been very supportive of it. So I've been very fortunate. The Sakura Festival is coming up this weekend, actually. My current project shouldn't take that much longer. The only parts that are like kind of concerning is that I have a little bit of drying for it to do. There's a part where I have to sculpt some like clay or something onto it. That takes at least a few hours to dry, and then I have to paint it, and then the paint takes a few hours to dry. I'm hoping to be done by tomorrow.
So we're going to my workspace, which is my garage, so join me. We might not have walking space, but that's okay. It really sucks being in the garage because it's so cold, but ideal. Ta-da! Garage. You turn the work light on too. It's my space. It's not glamorous and it's surprisingly clean. Normally there's not any room to do anything, but this is where everything happens. I feel like Farah has a very purposeful existence. Like she knows what she wants when she wants it. She wants to protect and she wants to serve because she was following her mother's example, who is Anna Mari. My friend cosplays her. And she is just this great character. She's just really exciting and fun, and she also just has a great like interaction with other characters in the game. So that's it. She knows what she wants, and she gets what she wants when she wants it. She is a determined person. I am also a very determined person, so I tend to
want what I want when I want it, and I'm going to get there no matter how hard it takes and how long it takes me. For example, she wanted to be part of Overwatch before it was disbanded, so she was doing everything in her power to become part of Overwatch and was raised around the original members of Overwatch. So even without, you know, the organization being there in the lore, she still wants to serve and protect the innocent, which is great.
This is Yusuke from Persona 5 in his normal outfit. I know it's a little funny looking, but this is the normal outfit he wears when you fight as him or with him. It comes with this gigantic jumpsuit, which is quite a sight. It's got big collar and everything. This is my most expensive cosplay, and it's because of this jumpsuit. It's also because of the mask. That was also very expensive. The wig, again, was just random online retailer. This tail part was probably the only part that I had to work on myself because I had to put the ribbon on it, which was an absolute nightmare. The gloves were difficult to find because he wears strange colored gloves. Boots, again, were discounted. And then these, I'm actually very proud of them, as dumb as that sounds. He wears a sash around his waist, but these are chair covers for banquets and things. I thought that was a really funny idea to try and use those, but I couldn't find something with the right pattern when I was originally putting together the cosplay. He's one of my favorite of the teammates, actually. And I liked that his outfit was dark, mostly. That was a huge factor in it. I hate the white boots, but I also thought he actually looked pretty cool, especially with the gigantic collar. He's weird. He's very weird. He's an artist. He paints, but he's very awkward in social situations because he doesn't know how to deal with people. And I think that's probably why I like him so much, is because he just is so out there and so bizarre. The biggest difficulty I had was this part with the chair covers, because I had to find something with the right the right colors and the right way that the stripes are going. I tried originally with a scarf because he has it double wrapped around his stomach, and I thought that that was a really good idea. However, if you find scarves with stripes in these colors, it typically runs the wrong direction. So that was probably the biggest difficulty. And then plus trying to get this ribbon attached to this tail thing was just not fun until I decided to improvise a little bit.
Everything's everywhere. Because when you work under a time crunch, you don't have time to clean. This is just like paper. I don't have time to pick any of this up, so it's just getting screwed. The con crunch is the worst thing you can ever experience when you're a cosplayer. All cosplayers do it. It is the last week before you go to a convention. Everything that you need to get done, all those little tiny pieces that need to happen within a week, that is the con crunch. A lot of cosplayers save some of those things until the last possible second because we're terrible procrastinators, and there's just so much to do. You never realize how much little stuff there is on these tiny little intricate costumes until you're within the last week. So you generally spend, hours and hours and hours trying to get these things correct while also working and barely getting any sleep. So that is the con crunch. It is not a fun time at all. So what cosplay means to me is basically everything. I have a lot of like social anxieties, and I was in a really dark place for a while in my life. So cosplay kind of gives me that courage to speak up and to be social with other people. So for example, if someone's wearing a costume that I like, I have the courage to go up and talk to them. Whereas if I were just, going up to a random person on the street, I wouldn't know how to talk to them. I would be like panicking because I wouldn't know how to talk to them. So in a way, it's very close to my heart because it's not only my artistic outlet, but it's helped me in multiple ways.